What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. Now honestly, I was having such a blast trading today and yesterday, I didn't even want to make a video, but I figured you guys could use an update for Bitcoin and Ethereum, so why not? So anyways, this video is just going to be a very brief, update on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you want to figure out exactly what they're going to do, are they going to pump or are they going to dump, and exactly which levels that I'm going to be looking at to get Bitcoin and Ethereum, you are going to want to watch till the end of this video. And immediately before I get right into it, I'm doing a 777 USDT giveaway on my Twitter right now at _the_art_of_crypto. If you haven't already followed it, this is where I'm sharing the latest market updates as well as any coins that I'm looking at. Not only that, you are going to get access to a 10k to 100k challenge journal, right? I started this on September the 1st and currently I'm already up about 40% cumulative, which means I'm at about 14k at the moment. And if you just want to, see my thoughts as I go through every day, you're going to want to follow my Twitter, right? I post a lot of stuff on my Twitter. So if you're not following me on my Twitter, you are missing out, my friend. So with that said, let's get into Bitcoin and Ethereum before this video gets way too long. So Bitcoin, let's bring up the lines. So immediately right off the bat, Bitcoin is simply just building up a range inside the lower time frame. Now what I mean by a range, so notice how what Bitcoin is doing right now, it's forming equal lows over here, and then you are forming sort of a consolidation pattern over there, right? This is technically more of a consolidation pattern rather than a range. However, if you go into a lower time frame, you can see that the institutions and the algorithms are really just wicking people out, making people panic and everything. So if you just take a look here, right, we have equal highs that's formed over here, and then look at the wick right here to stop out everyone that went short here or any stop losses that might be above here. So this is called buy side liquidity, right? You have equal highs here, stop them out, then go down and clear the equal lows, bam, right? At the moment, the next equal lows over here that have not been cleared, so do not panic if Bitcoin does get to this area. And not only that, after you clear the highs, these are the lows, right? The low over here, and then you clear the lows. So at the moment, Bitcoin, expect it to just continue to form a range before anything happens, right? And if we just go back onto a higher time frame so that you can get a clearer picture of what's going on, currently we are sitting at this weekly resistance right here, and usually the key levels that I map out usually tend to act as very strong resistance. And at the moment, before we get a confident break, in my humble opinion, until we get a confident break above 51,500, right? 51,500, you do not want to be going long on Bitcoin, right? At least not on Bitcoin. You can still go long on alts, but just be aware that there is a second factor in play, and that is funding rates. So if you just go to this website called bybt.com, you can see that the funding rate for a lot of altcoins are still incredibly high, right? And by high, I mean like 0.1%. That is high. That means a substantially higher amount of people are going long on the altcoin instead of going short, which means that there is going to be a lot of people. Remember, you have to remember this, right? Whenever I talk about funding rate, you have to understand that most people, when they use leverage, they are using like 5 to 10x leverage. So with that in mind, a 20 to 30% move is going to be enough to wipe out most people. And in this case, if Bitcoin were to wick down, right, 20 to 30%, that would put us at about 41k. And this area right here at 4,800, 48k, like 41k-ish, that is going to be a very key level that I'm going to be buying Bitcoin at if I, just to look for a pullback. So make sure you mark down these key levels, and these are going to be areas that is going to act as strong support. Not this one though. 44k is just marking out an area where historically there has been reactions to it. I'm not expecting 44k to be strong support, but you may still purchase Bitcoin if you get to 44k, because by the pullbacks, right, at the moment we are still in a very bullish trend. And even if we were to pull back all the way to 41k, do not panic, okay? I'm telling you right now, pullbacks are for buying because you are still bullish, right? Picture this. If we go onto the weekly chart right now, you can see that even if we were to pull back all the way to 41k and bounce, it would still be a higher low, right? Low here, high here, low here, right? It's still a higher low. And if you're not buying the pullbacks and panicking, there's nothing more that I can tell you. There's nothing more that I can say to you, right? That's that saying that everyone wants a pullback until there is a pullback and then everyone panics. Don't be that guy, right? Right now, I'm already giving you the scenario that funding rates are really high. So just don't be surprised if you get like mass liquidations, right? Because a lot of people are getting really greedy right now. So it's just something to be aware of. And so far, the only key levels that you want to pay attention to Bitcoin would be at about, let me just put this down, would be 46k, right? If you break below 46,300, there is a good chance that you are going to liquidate most people, and it's going to go to these two levels right here. Right? I'm not saying that Bitcoin is absolutely going to get there. I'm just saying that if it were to get there, these would be pretty brilliant places to buy. Now, the other key level to keep in mind is if you get a break above 51,400 or 51,500, there is a very good chance that you are going to go all the way up to 59k. So just be aware of that. If you want to go long on Bitcoin, I highly recommend waiting for a break of this level and then a pullback, and that will be your entry before getting in, okay? Do not try to FOMO into 51,400 or 51,500. That is where I'm going to be shorting you, okay? Full disclosure, this is how trading works, right? Liquidity sits on top of this level. Price will wick out the liquidity, right? Stop out all the buy side liquidity, go down, right? And then stop out all the sell side liquidity over here or over here before bouncing, right? That's how the markets work. That's how the algorithms are programmed to work. So just be aware of that. But of course, the moment you get a break above here, right, and you get a pullback into an order block, I'm not going to get into order blocks in this video because that is going to be way too long, then this is going to be your entry for Bitcoin. And now we get into Ethereum. So Ethereum at the moment is going very close to a key sort of daily resistance, right? If you just take a look here, price was rejected off of this line. This is ETHBTC, by the way, and usually ETHBTC is a very good gauge to gauge, you know, just the strength of altcoins, right? Because it doesn't matter if ETHUSD is doing well, because, you know, crypto is going to do well against USD as the USD is falling right now, right? Take a look at the DXY. This is the USD index. As the DXY is falling, it's a given that crypto will be doing well against USD. You know, if one party becomes weaker, the other party is going to, you know, look stronger. So oftentimes when it comes to gauging altcoin performance, you're going to want to gauge it against Bitcoin, right? ETHBTC is really good. And by the way, if you were following me on my Twitter, I was mentioning that this level right here, we go into a lower time frame, you can see that this level right here was a key level that I expected Ethereum to hold. So if you were following me on my Twitter, would you have known about this? Okay, so make sure you follow my Twitter, right? There is a lot of things that I cover on Twitter that I cannot cover on YouTube due to time constraints. And right now, if you feel like you have gained value from this video, I want you to drop a like button. It really tells me that, hey, I'm doing the right thing and that you guys are enjoying this. It's a small gesture, but it really helps a lot. So Ethereum, Bitcoin, what am I seeing? At the moment, it is coming close to a key resistance level at about 0.08-ish. However, it is going through a bullish consolidation pattern right now. And if you follow my channel, you know I love bullish consolidation patterns. So this is what you call sort of like a falling wedge or ascending triangle, whatever you want to call it. So at the moment, you are going to expect Ethereum to go to this level before getting rejected, right? Am I saying that it's absolutely going to get there? No, but I'm saying that there is a good chance if you break out of this bullish consolidation pattern over there, you are going to come to this daily resistance level, right? Namely 0.08, and that is where you are going to get rejected by. Now, am I saying that this is the end for Ethereum? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is I'm giving you an area where you might expect a rejection so that you can be prepared for pullbacks. And as for buying pullbacks, the way you do this is you just draw a fib from this swing low to this swing high. For example, if we use this as the swing high, right? If we use that resistance as the swing high, we are going to mark it there. And then if Ethereum really gets rejected here, wherever Ethereum gets rejected, that will be your swing high, okay? So you're going to want to buy at the 0.618, right? Right about there, or maybe the 0.5, right? So at the moment, I'm just making predictions. There is no guarantee that it won't just bust through this, so just be aware of that. However, if you bust through this key, you know, just key resistance level, there's a very good chance that ETH is going to pump, you know, another 20, you know, it's just going to pump, right? Ethereum to 0.082. Now, as for how that translates over to ETHUSDT, then this is going to be the resistance levels that you're going to want to pay attention to. At the moment, you can see that ETH is forming that bullish consolidation pattern. So a breakout of that consolidation pattern is going to be your entry for a long, and the targets are going to be 4140 and 4365. Any higher, then, you know, just do whatever you want, right? Ethereum's going into price discovery, just do whatever you want. Now, before I leave you off, just pay attention that Total 2 right now, if we go onto the 2-day chart, you can see that Total 2 is approaching a key resistance, right? Let me just go back to a lower time frame. It is approaching a key resistance at 1.366. So be aware that once you want to keep in mind Total 2, okay? This shows altcoin performance. Total 2 is the total market cap of all altcoins excluding Bitcoin, right? Because an altcoin is not Bitcoin, right? And a Bitcoin is not an altcoin. What am I talking about? I'm high here. So you're going to want to pay attention to this. At the moment, it is forming a bull flag as well, and it is likely going to get, try to push for this resistance level over here at 1.136. And if when total 2 gets to this level, you're going to want to really pay attention to really de-risk some of your positions, especially altcoins, because there is a good likelihood that it's going to get rejected. Just like here, it gets rejected at my resistance, and at the moment this is going to be the next one to watch out for. Not only that, if we go onto Bitcoin dominance, you can see that we are breaking through support right now, and the next support, realistically speaking, is not really. I wouldn't really use Bitcoin dominance for this. Just this scenario. I would pay attention more to total 2, and not only will I pay attention to total 2, but I will also keep in mind the DXY, because this is coming close to a level of support. At the moment, it did bounce from support right at about this level right here at 91.9. Granted, it didn't exactly go to there, but just be aware that DXY is near support, and it is likely forming a bullish consolidation pattern right here. This is what you call a falling wedge. For any stock traders out there, for any currency traders out there, just be aware that DXY is near support. And the reason why I mentioned DXY is because DXY is often inversely correlated with Bitcoin, which means when DXY pumps, Bitcoin tends to dump, right? Feel free to backtest this. I'm not going to show you in this video, but just understand that Bitcoin ebbs and flows with DXY. When DXY was here, if you remember, this was like around May, right? And then it started pumping DXY from May to about July. And if you just go back to Bitcoin, you can see that the top for Bitcoin was in fact at around May, right? That's when the top came in. And then, as the DXY was pumping, Bitcoin was dumping. So just be aware of that. Now, all of these things that I'm telling you means absolutely nothing other than the fact to warn you that these are possibilities that could happen. And at the moment, if you appreciate an analysis like this and you would like to get this kind of analysis in real time every single day, you are really going to want to consider joining the private Discord group. Over here, not only are you going to get real-time market updates like, in real time, but you're also going to get access to the trading education where I lay down everything that I've learned over the years, and you're going to learn to figure out what works and filter out what doesn't. If you've always wanted to step up your trading game, this is going to be the place to do so. Not only that, you're going to get access to, the 10K to 100K challenge, which I'm doing right now. And day 4, I started this on September the 1st, day 4, and I'm already up about 4K from the initial 10K. Not only that, you're going to get access to profitable trading setups every single day, and we have people making money literally every single day. And all I'm saying is that you're probably going to pay off this Discord group real fast. So if you're interested, make sure you head to the link in the description. Monthly is currently closed. I'm not planning to open that anytime soon, so don't wait on that. And as a bonus for all of you guys still watching till this point in the video, of course, you're going to get your bonus trade. And this bonus trade is going to be on Luna. Now, Luna, you are going to want to mark down, this pattern right here. And if there is anything that you can learn from my channel is that I trade consolidation patterns a lot. So what I mean by that is markets tend to move in phases of consolidations and expansions. So for example, you have an expansion over here and then you get consolidation, right? Expansion, consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion, consolidation. You get the point, right? Expansion, this is consolidation right now, which means the next step is going to be expansion. Whether that be to the downside or the upside, well, I don't know, but I'm going to give you the upside scenario for this coin. So you're going to want to mark down this level at 32.9, and you're going to want to buy the breakout of this level. And I mean like just buy along with the breakout or buy the bullish retest like that. Now, the reason why you're going to want to do so is because you can just set your stop loss right inside the pattern, right? Because breakouts are supposed to break out. They're not supposed to, go up and come back down, right? So if in the event that it does come back down, you can just get stopped out with a minimal loss. And, I always like to say that the best traders in the world are wrong about half the time. So you really do not need to be, perfect with a 100 out of 100 win rate. All you need is for, proper risk management so that no single trade is going to stop you out like blow up your account, if you know what I mean. So the take profit targets for this trade, considering that Luna is currently still in price discovery mode, the take profit targets is going to be at $34, 35.8, 37.7, 38.6, 39.5, 40.8, and 43.2, and 47.2. Now, the way that you're going to want to use these levels is, as it goes up, you're going to maybe take 25% here, 25% here, maybe leave the rest as a moonback. Ultimately, 47 should be the ultimate target because this is the 2.618 fib extension, and usually this tends to be the final move before some kind of retracement. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm just giving you possible areas of rejection, right? Fibs are subjective. They are not perfect. I'm just giving you possible TP targets. And remember, I have a 777 USD giveaway on my Twitter, so make sure you take part in that. Like seriously, if you're not following me on my Twitter, you're seriously missing out. I share so much on my Twitter, so make sure you do follow me there. And if you've watched until this point so far, I really want to know who gained the most out of this video, and I want you to comment down in the comment section Luna, so that we know who are the real ones and who is ready to buy this Luna expansion. And with that said, if you're again interested to join the 10k to 100k challenge or whatever, join the Discord group. But with that said, may the gains be with you, my friend, and peace.